right, welcome everybody. My name is Irene Langeveld and I'm sitting next to the wonderful Peggy Phoenix Dubro in her beautiful home in Sedona, Arizona. And we wanted to talk to you about the event that we're going to do, or that she's going to do, in the Netherlands in May.
Yes.
And it's very exciting, and I'm super honored and happy to have you here, or, in my country when you come. Peggy has been the originator of the EMF balancing technique, has been traveling all over the world for how many years?
25
something?
now, 25 years.
25 years. She's been an original member of the Cryon team, and she has done so many things. And we're going to do 2 events in Holland. One is the Channeling Yourself event, and the other is the iPhoenix training. So let's start with the channeling event and tell us a little bit about that.
First, I want to thank you for being here in Sedona. We've had a wonderful time here. Irene is hiking all over Sedona, and Sedona is grateful to have her, and she's imprinting everywhere with her wondrous energy. And it's lovely to have you here in my home, and we've had some really strong, energetic times together. So it's nice to have you here and call you friend also. Thank you very much, Irene. Beautiful, young, powerful woman in her own right. And then let me say hello to you. These days, much of the work I do continues to help people develop themselves, to create their own place in the world. I feel very comfortable where I am in the world today and what I have to offer, and it has been my privilege to help others come into a space where they are more aware of what they have to give and how to give it, how to share it. And that's really been a delight. So out of that, the first event that we're doing is Channeling Yourself. Yeah. And so the way I see us, all of us, each one of us, is that each one of us is a channel, and we're learning to channel more of who we are. And the channeling event is a wonderful day of discovery, of depth of self, and we do this together, and people are always so moved by what they discover inside of themselves and what they're able to see in others, because I believe that as we continue to empower ourselves and we also encourage others to be empowered, there's this big beautiful figure 8 that's made, that's constant, and I adore that. And people are always so happy that they came and that they were able to come to another place inside of themselves and to open to that information. It's one thing to receive impressions or energies. It's another thing to be able to translate that energy and those impressions into usable knowledge in your daily life. So I'm also a very practical mystic. I have learned, because I think I've been a very impractical mystic, in case some of you know what that is, where you're always up here and not quite here. And for those of you that are present, what I am finding is that it's most important in these times of change and great transition that we become much more present with who we are.
And that was actually where I wanted to take you next. So
good.
You're channeling me.
Must be intuitive, huh?
So, because what I love is, and I remember you saying the first time I met you, and you said, the key to freedom is to be fully present in your body. And you said that, and I was like, I have to work with this woman.
Yes, that's my mean side. That's my not so nice side. And that is that if I have to be here, so do you. So do you.
So we'll do it together. So that's great fun. And what I love about Peggy is that she makes everything very practical. So the energies are incredible, but then we go into really the details of your everyday life and how you can use it and translate it, because it's it's great when you feel it in meditation, but that's like only the beginning. It's you want to feel it when you're in the grocery store, as I say to the people that work with me. That's another place where we align.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that.
It's a day of sacred alignments, and you'll feel it. You'll feel your own divinity, your own sacredness. For me, everything is based in the energy of infinite love. I'll share that experience. One of my first experiences, I'm 64 now. When I was 22, I wanted to remember God. And in that experience, that's what set me on this path. And it was without drugs or alcohol. It was the end of the 60s, the beginning of the 70s. And yet what was happening is there was a profound change in our consciousness. And I was part of that in a different wave. And when I experienced the no beginning and no end, I experienced deep energy of infinite love, and it transformed me, changed my life. My whole life I've simply followed the love. And by my 40s, I started to travel around the world and teach the main body of work I have called the EMF balancing technique. And people in over 70 countries have studied, and my husband and I have been in most of them. So I know you also as my family of humanity. I've been in your country before, I think twice, maybe once or twice. And so I'm really looking forward to being there now. I can feel the changes. I can feel the strength of the people that are watching this. What I would encourage is that each one of us becomes even stronger and more present, because this is the time. This is the time of change. I know there's challenge. I know that. And what I know is that, and I've lived this myself, is that it's important to take the challenge and know that it's part of the life lesson, and to create the opportunity.
Yes.
And that's what we're all doing. And the opportunity is the time for coming up with the new solutions for the challenges that present in our lives personally and collectively. So channeling more of who you are brings in a depth of being and an understanding of what you have to give and how to give it. That's not just a nice saying. It's because it's why we're here.
Yes.
At least in my view.
In our experience.
Each one of you has your own view. But it is a truth for us today. We're here. We agreed to be here in this time, and each one of us, very precious. Each one of us matters. And that's what I love about the Channeling Day.
Good. I love that. And then there's going to be the Eye Phoenix as well. So tell us about that.
The Eye Phoenix is an energetic tool of patterns that you use, and the patterns are done very quickly in the way you know about tapping, where you tap in different places for your energy to move. I'm an energy pattern person. I see energy patterns. I understand that we keep calibrating and what would I say, evolving into new patterns of expression. And that's this is how I understand the raising of the frequency and that which we call ascension, or the raising of the consciousness. So the Eye Phoenix, it's a tool. It's actually something that when you learn how to do it, you can work with yourself and you can work with others. I'm going to be opening up a teacher's program for this also, but you can take it just for yourself to learn the patterns, or take it to your clients. It's a very quick study. When you study the EMF, that takes a lot of time and energy and commitment. This takes a very fast depth, and it's we go there very quickly, and you learn these patterns and you learn how to work with them with one another. It's an experiential time we spend together, and you walk away with new skills, new tools. Most importantly, in all of this, you'll learn how to work with a system in the energy anatomy that I discovered, that I teach, that's been something that went out into the world, and that's called the Universal Calibration Lattice. And when we speak that way with one another, it's wholeness to wholeness, core to core. Yes. So the Eye Phoenix, it's also part of a bigger program I have called Sensibilities. And these days, I'm invited, I'll be in Bali in a couple of weeks to speak to businesses and to speak to people beyond our metaphysical community, and each one of you has a part in that, and it is important that we, and you, Irene, has a part in this, taking the information out into the world, demonstrating it, teaching it. We are awakening, and there are waves of awakening, and I want to be wide awake, full on, wholehearted, living in the energy of infinite love with great wisdom. And that is everything I do, and everything I have to offer comes into that space.
I love that. And I took the iPhoenix. I can tell you it's awesome. So
Thank you, Irene. Thank you very much.
yeah, and I love it that the patterns that are in the iPhoenix are sort of grouped by theme or by focus, and you can just pick whatever you need that day, and you can do it. I do it in the morning sometimes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful work. I really like it. I'm very happy to be receiving it. There's this great flow of creativity these past few years that it's almost like unstoppable. I feel very pushed to help people become more energetically aware. And what does that mean? How does one live more energetically aware? And one of the hints is that your emotions are energy in motion.
Yes.
And therefore, when you pay attention to how to work with your emotions and how to choose what emotions you're expressing and to work with the energy of it and amplify them, we're opening up a whole new level of our evolution, and that's a whole new bandwidth of emotions, and that we will also touch on in the channeling class. So cool. It's there.
It's great, and I love there's no judgment ever about any emotion, and there's always acknowledgement of what is there. We can look at
a validation of it.
Yeah, we validate, we acknowledge it, and then we can see how we want to transform.
Right. Do I want to keep going down that path with that energy, and that's your choice?
Yes.
Or do I want to shift it and knowing how to? This is the time of the great shift, and it's also part of us. How do we learn to shift what we're expressing in our daily life?
All right.
Oh, I can feel everybody.
It's
I can
awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, this is great. We're in now time, in your now time, and I can feel this. And I will be there in another now time. I can feel the circular energy. You have some very, this is amazing, very committed and genuine in the development of each one of us, in the development of our being. And of course we find each other when we have that kind of resonance that matches. We find each other for that kind of commitment and presence. So I can feel you.
Me too.
Yes.
So very practical. The channeling event is going to be on May 23rd. Okay. And I will be doing a meditation there, so that's awesome.
Yes, you are. This is, yes. It has been my privilege to spend the last few years with Irene and to watch her and be by her as she continues to evolve, and the people that you touch, and to see you coming into your own strength. And I am very pleased to have you present at that event a meditation. I know you're going to love this. It's time for real collaboration with people around the world. I'm just learning. For me, it's been traveling around the world, giving what I have, growing what I have. Now in my private sessions, I help people develop, even like if they're many who are developing what is their spiritual business and how they take it out into the world. Very, very practical. But most importantly is to see how people can continue to develop and be of presence in the world right where they are. Some of you, it's going to be very quiet, and you get to do it very quietly where you are and continue to grow. Others, you take it out into the world. You are going out into the world even more. Yeah. And so this lovely young woman will be one of the first, actually, to do a meditation in one of my events.
I look forward to it. It's going to be great.
I'm honored.
Thank you.
Thank you, Irene.
So, and then the iPhoenix will be 2 days after that. So I believe that's May 24th and May 25th.
Yes.
So we wholeheartedly invite you to come join us because we believe we're going to have so much fun there. And I know all the energy work is always profound when I work with you, so that's great. So would you like to share with us a little exercise so people
absolutely.
can feel you?
Absolutely.
Because this is what I love.
And that the energy just moved very quickly. So if you would, I would remind each one of you that we are all channels, learning to channel more of who we are. And in this moment, I would remind you, as we speak in this way, in the third language, that we are speaking with one another, wholeness to wholeness, core to core. And as you observe, you may feel, sense, imagine, or think about your energy as you respond, as we connect, as we remind one another that we are all one, and to honor one another in our uniqueness. I ask you to focus upon your feet. Please know that all of the energetic realignments or energetic impulses that you experience are according to your inner wisdom, for you are saying yes to yourself. Capital S, please. Focusing on your feet. We ask you to connect with the energy of the earth, even more than you already do. To give yourself permission to be fully present in your body, in your daily life. For this is how you channel more of who you are, infinite being that you are, that which you call your wholeness, your holiness. And would you please affirm as you focus upon your feet? You may say this to yourself. I choose to be fully present in my body, in my daily life. And so with an open heart, I encourage you, come on through, open more of those channels, be more present. You are infinite being. In this body, with this nervous system, and with this brain, how much more of you can be present as you make home here on the planet, wherever you are. Beautiful, beautiful, nurturing energy. Then if you would, please focus upon your crown and 60 centimeters above your head. Whole area of opening a portal of energy. And we'll talk more about that when we meet. There you go, with the crown. Within the brain, there are 144 points of light within the brain. We ask you to focus and to affirm. I choose to express more of my greater wisdom in my daily life. Opening to more of your own light and energy and presence. To be more aware, to work with the area called the sacred chamber within the brain, the pineal, thalamus, hypothalamus, connecting with the pituitary in the area of the third eye. Deep insights and inspirations are yours as you continue to understand your body as a sacred instrument. For indeed, the chemicals of enlightenment are within you. And then we ask you to focus in the area of your heart and to radiate your core energy. So from the center below, 60 centimeters beneath your feet and your feet, to your center above, 60 centimeters above your head and your crown center, and then radiating from your heart, this beautiful energy of core radiates from your entire being. We remind you the presence of the infinite is in every cell of your body, in every layer of your DNA, in every light fiber of your being. We're almost done. Focus upon the heart, and please affirm, I choose to radiate more of my heart energy, creating greater freedom. And so it is in this moment that we radiate, we go beyond time and space, we encourage one another to be as bright and as strong as we can be. For this is the time that we agreed to be here. The time of change, personally and collectively. I honor you in the infinite within you. I honor you in the infinite you are. Together let us affirm. And so I am. And so we are.
And so we are.
My. Tremendous amount of gold and beautiful lavender energy.
It's great. I love it.
Nicely done, everyone. Nicely done, Irene.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. This has been wonderful.
Thank you.
And this is just the start.
New beginnings for everyone. This is where we are. And thank you, Irene, for this time together.
You're welcome. Thank you. So if you want to join us, you can find more info on the website. I will make sure that the link is below. You can also find the information on my website, which is irenelangeveld.nl for the Dutch people, or irenelangeveld.com for the international English-speaking people. So, and then we'll hope to see you there. If you feel the resonance, come join us. Thank you so much.
See you soon.